Hey guys, what's up? It's Brittany here, back again with another episode of the LadyStrong Fitcast. And on today's episode, I have a very special guest. This is Sofie with Meal Me by Sof. And today she's going to talk about her meal prep business right here locally to the area of Schaumburg, and how she is going to be partnering with us here at LadyStrong Fitness to help you ladies be successful.
So the big question is this: how were two women who didn't cheat and purchase a gym franchise model, how were they able to spread their mission and purpose by empowering and transforming hundreds of women's lives through fitness, nutrition, mindset, and accountability with a micro gym business model of women only? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answer. We are LadyStrong Fitness.
Hey guys, what's up? Back again, like I said, with another episode. Welcome to the show, Sofie.
Thank you.
So excited to have you. Yeah, so I found Sofie through a mutual friend, which is kind of, well, actually not really, I haven't even met this guy. I haven't even met him. Is it Anthony?
Maybe Anthony.
Yeah, from Hustle?
Yeah.
Okay,
Anthony,
I haven't even met him, but I follow him on social, and I saw that he uses your meal prep business for his gym. And I was like, we have been looking for somebody to do this. We've tried so many different companies, and it's just been like testing, fail, test it, fail. And it's like, okay, let's give this girl a try. So I checked out your Instagram. I'm like, oh my God, her food looks amazing. I have to reach out. So I reached out to Sofie, and I was like, hey, like we should get connected because we have a gym, and I think you'd be able to help. So I just want you to start off by telling the ladies, you know, who you are, talk a little bit about your business, how you got started in your business, what your mission is with your business, and we'll go from there.
Right, awesome. Okay. Well, like Brittany said, my name is Sofie. I started this business back in quarantine, actually. Okay. So it's my quarantine baby business. I was working in restaurants for a little bit beforehand. I graduated from culinary school about 3 years ago now. Okay. So I have that background in culinary. In culinary arts, I graduated my degree. And then shortly after that is when I started working in the restaurants, but kind of went through my own fitness journey.
Okay.
I actually lost 30 pounds with the help of a trainer, but I was like strictly following a macrame meal plan. I was meal prepping. I was losing all this weight. I got into fitness. I was working out in the gym. And I actually had like a lot of friends and just people from the gym that I work at asking me if I do meal prep, because I would post like my meals that I would cook for myself, and people would be like, oh, like, you should do this, or I would buy from you if you made it for me, like how much would you charge, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And I was always like, oh, it's like, I don't really do that. Like I have a full-time job, like I'm not really doing that. And then I kind of just had a lot of people asking me, and I thought to myself, like, why wouldn't I do this? It's something that I know and love to do. Like I love to cook. And at the time I was a front of house manager at the restaurant that I was at. So I wasn't really working with food as much as I would like to be. So it kind of just like, it got stuck in my head when people were asking me, and I was like, why wouldn't I just incorporate this into my life and see how it goes? So I started it in quarantine. I started kind of doing it like part-time while I was still at the restaurant that I was at, and then it just kind of like took off and exploded, and I got a lot of like really awesome customers. Word of mouth is huge for this. At the gym that I'm working out at, actually, like a lot of people kind of started picking up on it through there, so it just kind of started like evolving and growing. And less than a year ago now, I left my restaurant job and started doing this full time, and it's just been absolutely crazy and awesome, like all in the same situation. So yeah, it's been going really well.
That's fantastic.
Awesome.
And that's crazy that it came out of quarantine. It's like, it's so good to hear like good things coming out of quarantine, because a lot of things it's always been like, oh, this and all that. And it's like, you literally built a business while at home, which is really cool. And now you get to do it full time. There's nothing better than wanting to be an entrepreneur, or knowing that that's kind of the path you want to go on wherever you find it. But then being an entrepreneur in the thing that you love the most, right? And like having your own cooking business and that being your background, which is really awesome. So let's talk about your meals. What inspires your meals? Where do you get your meal ideas from? What kind of ingredients do you use? Do you track calories, macros? Let's talk about the meals themselves.
Yeah, definitely. Very good question. My meals, I kind of like, I like to think of what we would normally eat as people who are into fitness, as people who might track your macros and track your calories, and not make them like boring meals. Like I don't want to just put on my menu like chicken, rice, broccoli, or like, you know, that ground beef meal, which I do have like basic meals for people really looking to like stick to their goals and just eat simple and stuff like that. But a lot of my other meals, I like to incorporate those ingredients, but make it a little bit more fun. So you don't really feel like you're eating basic meal prep food. A lot of my ideas, honestly, I get from people who are like, hey, you should try this. Or I do a lot of my own research on like, you know, Pinterest and stuff like that. And just like meals that I've made myself before too. But like I said, I just like to take the meals that you would think are super basic and just kind of turn them into something else. But yes, I do track all of the macros. I track all of the calories. I'm in the process of getting all of my meals. They're on my FitnessPal, but I'm getting to make them public for people to easily just kind of track them into my FitnessPal and stuff like that. All the meals have labels on them too, so you know the meals are labeled with what the meal is, and then it comes with a calorie count and the macro count and stuff like that. And then something also that's really cool about my meals is like I have a lot of people that do no carb or you know, don't want carb in their meals, and I always put carbs in my meals just because I believe in like a well-rounded, you know, meal and stuff like that. But for those of you who don't want carbs or something like that, there's always a special request section like on my menu for you to be like, hey, can I do no carbs and extra vegetables or like extra chicken or something like that.
That's nice. Awesome. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about, well, to kind of add on to that, now we have a lot of ladies that are vegetarian here. Do you have a lot of vegetarian options, or where's your scheme there?
To be honest, at the moment, I don't have a lot of vegetarian options, but it's something that people are like asking for, and I'm, like I said, in the process of kind of like, it's been a year now that I've been in business with Meal Me, and I know that I have a lot of other clients that are looking for different things, like vegetarian options and vegan options and stuff like that. So that's something that I definitely want to have a category on my menu for. Because a while back, I did have a vegetarian option for a couple people asking, but it was like 1 or 2 people, and I would get like 1 or 2 meals of that thing. So if I had a wider range of, you know, vegetarian customers out there who wanted meals like that, I would definitely put a section on that for my menu.
Because we do have quite a few ladies who are vegetarian here, and that the one thing that's always hard for them is finding enough protein in their diet. That's a huge thing. It's plenty of carbs, plenty of fat. It's just really hard for them to find the protein. So definitely think that that's something that we could explore, because I think we definitely have a range for that.
And I would definitely want to talk to the you guys and those clients and customers that you have here, the members, and see like what they like in their meals and stuff like that. Because I like to listen to what people like and then incorporate that into my meals, because I'm doing this for you guys. You know?
Yep, that's awesome. So let's talk a little bit about do you do breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Do you just do lunch and dinner? Like, how can people order from you, and what options do you have for them as far as like time of day?
Definitely. So the ordering process is super simple. So I open ordering Tuesdays every week, and then it goes until Fridays at 4 p.m. And I'm super avid about like posting on my social media, reminding people. I'm also in the process of setting up like email and text reminders just so it's easier for people, because every week I at least have like 5 to 8 people that text me late and they're like, hey, can I put an order in? And I will take it regardless, no matter what. But like, just so it's easier for people, because I know it's so easy to like slip your mind, but like on a busy Friday night or weekend, whatever. So it's super easy. There's a link to my website right in my bio, like on Instagram, whoever's on social media and stuff like that. Otherwise, I have my URL for my website. And then you just click the order tab, orders, and you just like kind of click what you want, adds to your cart, checkout, super simple. I do have a few breakfast options. My majority of my options are in like my lunch and dinner menu, which I say lunch and dinner, but you could really eat any of those meals for lunch or dinner. It's just kind of like a bigger portion, stuff like that. But I have a few breakfast options. They've been like really, really popular on my menu, and if I did take them off, people are like, why would you take that off? So they've kind of been like staple items for a while. And then I have a couple snack options. And then I have a something light section. So it's kind of like I do have like a no carb meal, you know, a salad, a pasta salad, like things that are like a little less calories, or things that are no carbs for people that like don't want carbs in their meals and stuff. So.
You have a lot of options, which is awesome. I think that that's the best thing, and I'm the kind of person, like, if it doesn't look good, I won't eat it. And like when I see your food, it all looks delicious, which is like, okay, that's like number one checking off the boxes. Like, it looks good, so it's gotta taste good, which is really great. So I want to talk a little bit about why we brought Sofie on today. So we've been looking for a meal prep partner here at LadyStrong for a long time, because we feel like it's one of the areas we work off of 3 pillars: fitness, nutrition, and accountability. Nutrition is always the hardest one when you don't have partners outside of your own gym, right? Because a lot of us aren't nutritionists, dietitians. Like, a lot of us here just either come off of knowledge that we've learned just by things that we've read, our own journeys, but everybody's different. So it's like, we wanted to find partners, and you're one of them. We also have a holistic nutrition coach coming in on Saturday for a nutrition seminar, and then bringing you in is like, we're kind of rounding out our nutrition pillar, which is really great. So what Sofie is going to be doing for us is she's going to be our new meal prep partner, which is really cool. She'll actually also be a part of our Facebook group, our members only Facebook group. So she'll be in there sharing tips, reminding you to make your orders, sharing her links and all those things. So when this episode comes out, that you'll likely see a post in there from us and from Sofie once the episode airs. That way you guys can actually start placing your orders and getting things in, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that you guys are set up for success, right? You guys come in here, work out 3, 4, 5, 6 times a week, but you got to get your nutrition on point, because we know that if you're eating like crap outside of the studio, like, you're just not going to see the results you want to see. It's so true. It is. And you also feel better. Like, you feel better as being a person who cares about their food, who cares about what you put in your body. And when you have somebody that can do that for you, because a lot of people are like, I'm busy, I don't have time, you know, it's too much, it's this and that. It's like, okay, well then just take the guesswork out of it and let somebody do it for you, and make your way to success even faster, because you know you have the macros and all that stuff, which I think is really great. So where can people find you? Let's talk about where we can find you.
Definitely. People can find me. Should I give my my Instagram, my @, and stuff? I don't know if it's called your @.
Yeah, I think it's like your handle, your IG
my handle. My handle. That's what it is.
The cool kids call it a handle.
I'm not with the times these days. So my my handle on Instagram is @mealmebySoph. And I'm just really active on Instagram. I would tell anyone who has an Instagram, like any social media, like, go with Instagram first. Because that's where I post all my pictures. That's where I'm posting all of my like reminders and my stories and stuff like that. I would actually recommend for people to turn my story notifications on. Because that might be like a good reminder too, and it's not like I'm posting a million times a day.
You just do a lot of reminders and then like food porn.
And food porn. A lot of reminders and a lot of food porn.
A lot of food porn,
which people love. When I started my Instagram, I like kind of started posting it, and people were like commenting on my pictures and stuff. They're like, "Oh my God, this is amazing! Like, post more food." And I was like, "Oh, okay." They like my pictures of my food. So
food is good. Food is good.
Definitely. And I like to make my Instagram look like really like aesthetically pleasing. Like, if people look at it and it like kind of all flows. It's not just like pictures and random things all over the place. So I would recommend people to find me on Instagram. I could actually bring in a stack of cards too here. I should have brought some today, but I could bring in a stack of cards. My phone number is on there, and also on my website, which is www.mealmebySoph, which is the same as my Instagram. When you go to my order tab, my phone number is right there and available for anybody who has questions or concerns when calling or when ordering or something. Like, you can call or text or whatever. I'm literally always available. And then also on Instagram, I'm always telling people to reach out, DM me if you have questions or concerns or anything like that. So
one thing I wanted to add before we wrap up is, do you have like, you just order by the meal, right? You just pick however many. Is there a meal minimum? Like, you have to order 3 minimum, 5 minimum? Like, do you have any minimums on anything? Or
so to the public, I have a 5 meal per order minimum. But to like small gyms that I work with, I know that people are kind of like maybe wanting to ease into it, taste it first, stuff like that. So I don't have a minimum with gyms as of right now.
Got it.
So yeah, people at the other gyms I work with, you know, they 2 things, 3 things, 4 things, but I would recommend for people to start slow and try them if they would like to, and then see if they want to start ordering, you know, 5, 10, 15 meals, because I have my normal customers that just come to me and they don't belong to a certain gym, that some of them buy like 20, 24 meals, and it's like that's their meals for the week every week. And another thing I want to add too is like, if you've never had meal prep before, or if you've tried another company or something like that, you know, but you don't really know how convenient it is until you have meals in your fridge ready to go, ready for you to just pop into the oven. Like, if you have kids, if you have a busy work day or something like that, like, you don't realize how much time you would save just having those meals there.
It's so true. It's so true, because it's like, if you go to the fridge and you're like, I don't feel like, I do this all the time. I'm like, I don't feel like making anything.
Right.
Like, I don't feel like making anything. So it's like either don't eat or I just eat, like, I just snack and then that's it.
Right.
So it's like.
Which both are no good.
Right. So it's like you might as well have a meal that you just pull out, either pop in the microwave or the oven or whatever and just eat. And at least you know it's healthy, it's nutritious, it's good for you, and it's going to fill you up and it's going to get you closer to your goals.
Exactly.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thank you, Sofie, for coming on and meeting with me. We're excited to work with you. And we'll see you, ladies, in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us today. If you like this episode, subscribe to our YouTube channel or find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or whatever your favorite place is to listen to podcasts. And if you really liked this episode, please leave a review for us on iTunes. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.